Alright, so what is up, YouTube? The name is Second Heat, bringing you guys another car vlog. And this topic has kind of been inspired by a lot of recent things. I have a lot of friends, well, not a lot, but I have a good amount of close friends. And within my close friends, things are kind of mixed. For those guys that do not know, I love cars. I'm not too much of a nerd about cars, but I still do have a strong liking for them. A lot of my friends, however, not so much. And a lot of them really don't understand the kind of things that I like about cars, like why I like modifying my cars, why I find those who do any kind of visual mods outside of excessive stance, or those who love revving their cars, or those who just like going fast, they fail to understand why I kind of like that. And I felt like this would be a perfect time for me to actually do a commentary about that, pretty much giving my perspective on why I like to modify cars, even though, granted, I haven't done much modification, but still, with the little that I've done, it has made me so freaking happy. But a lot of people who are in car, guys or girls, wouldn't really understand why. So again, I feel like this would be a perfect time for me to explain why modifying your car, whether it be daily or race car, is a fun thing to do. And that's actually a nice Subaru, a nice bug out right there. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, as I've already mentioned, it makes me feel happy. And I'm pretty sure a lot of car guys can agree with that when they say modifying a car just makes you feel happy. It pretty much goes that way with a lot of things, really. You know, why do people go work out at the gym? Why do people play video games so much? Why do people, you know, dedicate their lives to a specific thing? It simply just makes them happy. It's just what they felt makes them happy. It's what they're interested in. So the biggest reason of why we love modifying cars is pretty much because it makes us happy. And I feel like when it comes to something like cars, a lot of people tend to look at it more negatively because they see those who like to modify their cars as, you know, reckless drivers. And granted, although some people do love going fast or love doing skids and stuff, we still try to do it in a safe manner. Like, we don't try to do stuff like that in like major traffic. We try to go off in like empty areas and have a little fun. But some people just look at us like we are a menace to society, and there are some people you just can't change that point of view on. Another thing that I personally feel like I love modding cars is that bond you start to build with the car. Currently, I am 20, going on 21 in a little over a month, and, well, technically 2 months. And I've currently owned 3 cars, including this one. I've owned a 2008 Mitsubishi Eclipse GS. I have owned a 2002 Honda Civic LX, which was a lemon, and currently my 2006 Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart. And out of all of the 3 cars, this, I would say, has been my favorite out of all of them. One of the biggest reasons is because I've actually been able to do mods to my car and do some little maintenance on it, which I actually need to do within the coming week. And from what I've done, even though all I've done mod-wise was a strut bar, a catback exhaust, a shift knob, and some decals, I've had a lot of fun. Like, I will personally say that my bond with this car has grown way more than even my Eclipse GS, which was my very first car. But with that GS, I didn't do anything to it, although granted, I did kind of wreck it, so unfortunately the time with that car came up a little short than expected. But from what I've done with this car, every day I am constantly smiling when I drive this car. And one of the biggest things is because I am constantly seeing the results of what I've done. I can constantly hear the exhaust, and that's always putting a smile on my face. Every time I pop the hood, I just see the strut bar, and I'm just like, I did that. And it's just a good feeling. You know, it's just like artists or architectures. There's always a plan that's in their head. They know what they want to do, but all it takes is for them to actually do it. And when they actually do it, all of a sudden, you know, a smile is being brought to their face, because it's like, my vision is now a reality. Even during the work process of it becoming, you know, the finishing, they're constantly seeing, you know, the work that's being done. They're constantly, you know, having that feeling of, my vision is slowly becoming real. And once that, you know, project is finally done, even though for car guys, the joke is always, you know, their project car is never done, all of a sudden they can smile and be like, this is it. This is what I wanted. And as I'm constantly modding this car, I'm constantly smiling and just thinking like, everything that's being done to this car, I have put some work into it, and it's a good feeling seeing the results slowly build up. So my second reason, it's just the bond that you have with modding a car, it just grows a lot more. Even if you're not trying to build like some crazy 500,000 horsepower vehicle, doing simple bolt-ons and stuff, it makes you feel a lot better with the car, because it's like, I did that. And I guess this kind of goes with my third reason. You feel more unique, you feel different. One of the reasons why I got into cars, or like the modding of cars, was the thought process of, you're no longer like everybody else. And what I mean by that is, having a stock car isn't that impressive. You know, you can have, say, you can have like a Ferrari 458 Italia, but going somewhere where you run into like 3-4 other people with Ferrari 458 Italias, all of a sudden, yeah, it's cool to see like, hey, they got that car too, but all of a sudden, it's not as impressive. It's just like, yeah, you just bought a car everyone else owns. Well, even though Ferrari 458 Italia is kind of out there, so let me say like a Honda Civic. There you go, something more realistic. You get, say, a 8th gen Honda. So what? It's slow. It's pretty much bone stock. There's nothing unique about it. I can pretty much just get that at the dealer and be the same as you. So what? But then you decide to do some mods to it, but like, well, you may also have an 8th gen, but I have a, I don't know, a Skunk 2 exhaust. What do you have? Nothing? I'm not saying it makes me better, but all of a sudden it's just like, well, that makes me a little bit more different from you. Or say you do a wide body to your BRZ or whatever 86 variant you want. Yeah, there might be others who have done the same thing, but you might have a different set of wheels with that Rocket Bunny. Or maybe put a big wing and they didn't. Pretty much having that sense of uniqueness is something that I cherish a lot in the car scene and when it comes to modding your vehicle. I feel like standing out from the crowd in a non-obnoxious way is something that I respect, especially those who really do their best to stand out, like the Japanese. I always love looking at the Japanese car scene and just seeing the many crazy stuff that they are willing to do to their car, with that thought process of, we don't care what you think, you know, we're doing this for us. And I guess that's probably like the biggest thing out of everything. It's that thought process of, why do you really care? And I'm talking about, why do you, as in like the outsiders, like, why do you judge me, or why do you care on what I do to my car? I'm doing this for me, and it makes me happy. And I feel like a lot of outsiders tend to, you know, forget that people do things for them. Yeah, there are those who like to show off, but a lot of people do what they do, no matter if it's cars or working out or whatever. They do it because it makes them happy. They do it for themselves. And I think that's, in the end, probably one of the biggest things that got me into modding my car, that, you know, is inspiring me to constantly do this. But those are just my opinions. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments down below. What are your reasons for wanting to mod your car, whether it be for daily usage or for race car purposes? I'm currently at a parking lot at my job because I'm about to hit the cages because I literally have nothing else to do in my life. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment again on your thoughts, and maybe you have, you know, another reason that I did not name that got you into wanting to mod your car, or whatever variant of topic you want to discuss. So that's been everything. I'm going to try to do some more of these car vlogs because there's always topics that go on my mind, but now I'm just rambling on. So peace, y'all. Bye. Make the ground shake.